You got to slow down because you're talking so fast I can't understand you. I keep hearing all time, but that's all I'm getting.
You got to prove that you got power of attorney law over me. I'll have to sue the courthouse for a hundredfold.
Mr. Goodman, I don't have to prove a damn thing to you, sir. If you're here on the
you got to prove that you got power of attorney law over me. My name is not those capital letters, so I'm an Israelite from the 12 tribes. So what I'm saying is I'm representing myself. That's all that needs to be said. I'm a human being. I'm a living man. I'm a living being. I'm not no cargo. I'm not none of that.
Unless you are a price on a can of beans.
All right, guys, today we've got an absolute wild one here. Judge Oakley is back. And as always, he's putting this sovereign citizen right in his place. I seriously love Judge Oakley. I think he deals with these sovereign citizens better than any judge out there, honestly. But today, this guy is in court for assaulting his girlfriend, and of course, he's rolling out the same old sovereign citizen garbage. Like, seriously, when are these people ever going to figure it out? Honestly, I have no clue. But while you guys are watching, let me know what you think this clown's IQ is, because I've got a strong feeling it's not sitting very high. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump in and watch this explosive court hearing play out.
Mr. Goodman asked me to tell you that the prosecutor in this case has no power of attorney over him. He's an Israelite. There's no grounds under the bar code this matter should be dismissed. I believe he may want to represent himself. You may ask for some clarification if you talk to Mr. Goodman, but that's what he told me to tell you.
Thank you. Mr. Goodman, are you requesting that you represent yourself on this matter? You're muted, Mr. Goodman.
What I'm saying is nobody has power of attorney law over me through the barcode. I'm the beneficiary. My name is not those capital letters, so I'm an Israelite from the 12 tribes. So what I'm saying is I'm representing myself. That's all that needs to be said, because that's what the law is. I got common law jurisdiction. It's a non-violent crime. So I push for it to be dismissed under the barcode.
Well, it's not going to be dismissed today. So simple question. Are you representing yourself from this point forward? Yes or no?
Yes, I'm counseling myself.
All right. Mr. Bowditch, you're out. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I said, are you planning on filing a motion, or would you like to set this case for trial?
I'm planning on filing a motion to dismissal because there's no grounds or no standing over my case, because nobody has power of attorney law to hear me, to even take this process even further. You got to prove that first. You got to prove that you got power of attorney law over me to hear this matter.
Okay,
I'm an Israelite.
You're saying, but you don't know what you're talking about.
I do know what I'm talking about. You don't have power of attorney law. The prosecutor don't have power of attorney law. You don't have power of attorney law. It's under the barcode.
Mr. Goodman, please do not interrupt me. I'm trying to be polite.
Okay, it's under the barcode, though. This is what you signed up to do. You're a public servant. So
right, unless you are a price on a can of beans, we don't need a barcode.
Yes, I am. I'm a human being. I'm not a deity. I'm a human being. I'm a living man. I'm a living being. I'm not no cargo. I'm not none of that. It's under the barcode. This is the real law.
Come
here. You have no standing or no ground.
Mr. Goodman, I'm going to give you a date for your motion.
I'm only here to threaten cohesion.
Pardon me?
I want all my rights intact to me at all times. Do you agree?
Oh, so this dude wants every single one of his rights fully intact at all times. Even the imaginary ones, like this supposed right to drive without a license. That's just not how anything works. I mean, the government literally oversees driving because it's a privilege, not some guaranteed right. That's just basic law. But here's the part that really gets me. Now he's suddenly claiming to be an Israelite. Tell me if I'm wrong. But this honestly feels like a weak attempt to dodge being labeled a sovereign citizen in the U.S. Sovereign citizens have already been categorized as a domestic extremist group. And now, out of nowhere, he's adopting a totally new identity. It's a little too convenient, if you ask me. I don't know about you guys, but it really looks like he's just trying to sidestep the fallout from the nonsense he's spewing here. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about that, but let's jump back in.
I can't understand what you're saying. I think you're too close to your mic.
I want all my rights intact to me at all times. Do you agree?
I can't understand you, so no, I don't agree. I hear your something
okay,
all the time.
I want my rights intact to me at all times. I want all my rights intact to me all the time.
All right, I can't understand you.
Okay.
Are you still living on border? Are you still living on border? Mr. Goodman, are you still living on border?
Ashley, keep yourself muted, please. Your child keeps crying. Thank you.
No, I live somewhere else. I moved.
All right. Can you give me that address, please?
I stay at hotel rooms from time to time because I don't have no house right now. So I've been staying in a hotel room.
Geographically, where are you at today?
Detroit, Michigan.
All right. So my next pretrial date is when, Heather?
It is March 8th.
All right. So, Mr. Goodman, I'm going to give you a date on March 8th to file a motion. You file a motion, we'll hear it on March 8th. That's going to be in person.
Motion for dismissal?
Whatever you want to file a motion. You said you wanted to file a motion. So I'm giving you a hearing date for your motion.
What time?
We'll schedule that at 10 a.m. and this is going to be live. No Zoom.
All right.
I'm having trouble
All right. I
with
want all my rights and me all the time. I'm only here to threaten confusion. I just want all my rights and text me all the time. And everybody just got to prove that they got power of attorney law.
You got to slow down because you're talking so fast I can't understand you. I keep hearing all time, but that's all I'm getting.
Okay, what I'm saying is for the dismissal, I'm about to put it in today. You got to prove that you got power of attorney law over me. I'm going to have to sue the courthouse for 100-fold.
Mr. Goodman, I don't have to prove a damn thing to you, sir. If you're here on the
you got to prove that you got power of attorney law over me. You don't have power. I don't care what you're talking about.
Attorney over you, Mr. Goodman.
Yes, you do. You need power of attorney law to talk to me. You ain't got no ground. You ain't no standing. You ain't got no ground to understand. I got the affidavit of truth right here. I got authenticate birth certificate. I got a letter of intent over here right now. I broke all my contracts with the government. I'm not those capital letters. I'm with the 12 tribes of Israel. My name is Israel. I'm an Israelite. I'm with the 12 tribes of Israel. You don't got no power of attorney law over me. I'm pushing for dismissal. I'm suing your courthouse.
Here we go once again. This sovereign citizen is now claiming he's going to sue the court for $100,000, as if that has ever actually worked for anyone. The truth is, you can't file a lawsuit against a court for literally doing its job. These people are genuinely unbelievable. If you guys didn't already know, judges have something called judicial immunity, which protects them from being sued over the rulings and decisions they make in the courtroom. So every time one of these geniuses tries to pull the whole, "I'm suing you" move, it's nothing but a total waste of energy. What really blows my mind, though, is how these people commit crimes and then suddenly pretend they have no idea what's happening when they get caught. Honestly, this has got to be one of the lowest levels of intelligence I've seen in this country. And to be real, it's kind of scary because it feels like the U.S. gets more clueless every single year. But don't go anywhere yet, because we're about to jump into his next hearing, where he's now sitting in jail because, surprise, surprise, he didn't show up for his own court date.
84088.
All right. And Mr. Goodman, can you hear us okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. And Ms. Murphy, what are we doing on these files?
Judge, it's my understanding that Mr. Goodman has an appointment at the Forensic Center on January 31st. As Your Honor knows, he has pending cases in Frank Murphy. He went before Judge Michael Callahan yesterday. He was, his bond was reinstated with a tether. I believe Your Honor has put a 250, 10% bond on Mr. Goodman. You know, Your Honor, that I'm going to ask you to reduce that bond to something affordable.
All right, so I've got two files. One file's got that 250, 10% with a GPS tether. That would be the February 5, 2022 incident date. And then the other file, which is the misdemeanor file from May 10, 2019, he's just on a personal on that one with a GPS tether.
Right, and you know, Your Honor, that I don't represent him on the DV.
Right. But he finally does have a date for a forensic exam?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. All right. So you just want to adjourn the PCC?
Yes, Judge. And ask for a reduction in bond.
Thank you. And Mr. Goodman, have you talked to an attorney on the domestic violence case, or are you representing yourself on that one?
I have nobody to represent me. I think it was Langford or something was supposed to be my attorney. I'm not sure how it went south.
Okay. All right, counsel, go ahead and make your bond argument. But before you do, just so we're all on the same page, my notes say it's 25,000, 10%, no contact with complaining victim, and GPS tether. Is that your understanding?
So Judge, I thought it was 250,000, 10%,
I don't know
25,000.
what I just said, but
Oh,
my file says 250. Well, yeah, 250,000, 10%. Correct.
so Judge, I mean, obviously that's unaffordable. Mr. Goodman is not a man of means.
Who would have imagined that just by looking at this guy, you could guess he probably has about $2 in a Tootsie Roll sitting in his piggy bank. And of course, it's not surprising at all that the public defenders don't want to take his case. Public defenders are legally required to represent people who can't afford an attorney, but they can refuse a case if there's a conflict of interest or if the client is extremely difficult to work with. So if even the court-appointed lawyers are backing away, you already know this situation is a mess. And let's not forget, this isn't some simple traffic ticket. He's facing a domestic violence charge for assaulting his partner, a very real offense with serious consequences. No amount of fake legal talk is going to get him out of something like that. It really shows what kind of person he is. Now, let's continue.
He and his significant other just acquired new housing, Your Honor. They have a baby. Mr. Goodman needs to be there to assist with childcare responsibilities because both of them were working before Mr. Goodman was taken into custody. I know we've had some issues, Your Honor, with appearing in court. Mr. Goodman has had transportation issues with respect to getting to the forensic center, and that was his issue, Judge. The tether violation was simply a malfunction of equipment. So I would ask Your Honor to, and since they do not have means, Your Honor, I would ask Your Honor to reduce I'm asking Your Honor for a personal with the tether.
Response. And counsel, you don't have to jump up to talk to me. I know it's instinctive, but it's okay if you don't.
Thank you, Your Honor. It is instinctive. Your Honor, in this case, he is before us for a misdemeanor DV. I understand he does have some pending felonies. I understand he's on a GPS tether for the felonies. I believe at this time, the most important thing is that he remain on, or that if he is released, he remains on a GPS tether. So in this case, I would not object to a personal bond.
All right. Ms. Murphy, unfortunately, this is one of those situations where I don't care what the parties think because I've got a long history. This building's got a long history with Mr. Goodman not showing up in court. So I set the bond for that reason. I'm keeping the bond as it is for that.
I absolutely love Judge Oakley. You can just tell he's a genuinely solid person who doesn't tolerate any foolish behavior. Even when both sides were ready to let this guy walk away, Judge Oakley wasn't having it. He knew exactly how to handle the situation and gave the defendant a much-needed reality check. Honestly, that's what a strong judge should do. Let me know what you all thought about that case in the comments, because I thought it was handled really well, and it's truly refreshing to watch Judge Oakley work. I especially enjoyed that final moment. But now we're heading into another hearing with Judge Boyd, where things get tense fast. A young defendant decides it's somehow a good idea to talk back to the judge, trying to act cool and confident, but it's definitely not going his way. Let's jump in and see how everything unfolds for him.
All right, why were you late for court?
I really don't got an excuse. Besides, I got insomnia.
I'm sorry, what?
I really don't got an excuse, but I got insomnia.
He overslept, Judge.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying.
All right, so here's the thing. You need to be on time for court. Otherwise, you know what's going to end up happening? Whether you're 20 or 18, guess what? We'll make sure that you come on time. If you're not on time, we'll know where you are. You know how we'll know that?
Got my address.
I'm sorry, what?
I said, y'all got my address.
No, because you'll be in Orange and we'll bring you over from the jail. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
How far did you go in school?
In school?
Yes.
To 10th grade.
All right, why did you only go to the 10th grade?
I dropped out
Why?
because there was like a lot of drama.
All right, so let me explain to you about drama. Drama is you coming before the court and not addressing the court properly. Drama is using slang and not proper English coming before the court. So my advice is you probably want to get your GED so that you can get a job, because now it is hard to get good employment without at least a high school diploma. And even if you have a high school diploma, it's still hard. Guess what? People who go to college, and I'm not talking to people who go to college and they're getting a degree in philosophy, finding a job. I mean, people who are going to college, getting a degree in engineering, biology, they're all having a hard time finding employment. So you come along and you don't even have a 10th grade education and you're trying to get employment, it does not look good. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you employed?
I was employed.
So that's a no, right? You're not working?
No, ma'am.
So that means that your mom or somebody is supporting you, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So when you come back here on the 27th, you're going to come on time and you're going to address the court properly. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. We have an excuse?
Yes. Once you sign the reset form.
I had to include that last clip because I honestly thought it was wild that someone would actually talk to a judge the same way they talk to their friends. Like, seriously, you can't walk into court and act like you're chilling at a bar with your buddies. But anyway, the main thing I want to get into is the earlier case with the so-called sovereign citizen. This guy was yelling on Zoom the first time, which has to be one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen. You can't show up to court behaving like that, especially online. Honestly, I feel like people who use that sovereign citizen stuff should be required to show up in person. There's something about being face-to-face that makes it a lot harder for them to pull all that dramatic behavior they do from behind a screen. It's easy to act tough when you're sitting at home, but in person, they'd actually have to face the reality of the situation. And to my other point, it really feels like judges are getting a bit softer these days. I understand wanting to be fair and giving people an opportunity, but there's a limit. There are situations where people who act like this need a real wake-up call, not more chances to drag things out. Judges shouldn't let these types of antics waste everyone's time. They have the authority to keep things on track, and sometimes they need to actually use it. All right, that's enough of my rant. I'd really like to hear what you all think about everything. I always enjoy reading your comments, so let me know if you think Judge Oakley was being fair in that first hearing, because honestly, I think he handled it more than fairly. And if you like this kind of content, I'd really appreciate a like and subscribe. I post every single day. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care, everyone.